Hello, everyone. My name is Shahana. I am the enrollment advisor for the Digital Marketing Career Accelerator program. So we're really excited to, host today's AMA. So ask me anything, for those that are interested in doing our course. So today we're going to have an AMA with Olga. She is an experienced marketing strategist with expertise across luxury manufacturing, finance, and SaaS. So she specializes in brand transformation, content marketing, and digital growth, which is amazing. And she joined our Career Accelerator while she was on a career break. And yeah, welcome, Olga. Thank you so much for joining us today, Olga.
Thank you so much for the introduction. It's a pleasure.
Amazing, amazing. So let's get started, shall we? So, just want to let everyone know before we start that there is a link to book a time with me to speak a bit more about the program. So if during the course of this, AMA, feel free to book that time. But also there will be a Q&A feature that will be hosted below on the chat, so you can ask a question there. So if you ever have a question whilst me and Olga are discussing, you know, put a chat over there. So let's get started, shall we? So, Olga, you started this program 1 year ago, right? And you finished it end of last year. Why did you choose the LSE Career Accelerator? What was like the motivation behind
LSE was the motivation. I'm,
that?
I'm a former alumna of the school, alumnus, and
Oh, that's
I knew that
amazing.
the quality of teaching will be top level. So that was my main motivation. You don't only choose the program, but you also choose the brand. And absolutely,
Absolutely.
for many, many people, and a lot of people in this program join from abroad. Having an LSE name on their CVs, on their LinkedIn profiles, really makes a difference.
It really, really does. And I'm sure from your experience, it did open a lot of doors and opportunities. You were on a career break when you were doing this career accelerator. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. To be more precise, I was struggling to find a job, and I found
Oh,
that
no.
a marketing manager job no longer applies just offline marketing. If you don't know anything about digital, uh,
Mhm.
you just won't land a job. Marketing is digital now, so it's absolutely essential.
And that is interesting to, hear that because I'm sure you would know, like in the marketing space, it's just such an ever-changing environment. There's just new things coming in every day. So would you feel that this career accelerator provided some sort of guidance and understanding the digital world?
Absolutely. So from my perspective, having no digital experience prior to this program, you probably struggle to go into a digital marketing role. But if you have
Absolutely.
marketing background and you want to progress in the field, then it's absolutely essential.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay. How would you feel that, how practical did you find the learning experience during the program?
I think program provides you with a lot of essential tools. So, um, from Google Analytics to actually marketing automation, everything that I'm using now and everything is what I've learned in the program. And it's really, really helpful. On top of that, the last project is a real life project with a real employer
Ah, yes.
where you actually get to work with real people on a real problem. And for me, that was the most valuable part of the experience.
Oh, that's amazing. That's really great to hear. What kind of company did you work with for the Final Employer project?
We worked with a company called Place, and they
Their
are
place.
online education provider.
Oh, that's amazing. And what kind of things did you work with this company? Like what kind of business situations did you deal with?
As any company online, they're struggling to retain followers to build their community. So we mm, came up with a recommendation of their digital marketing strategy, how to take things forward, as well as
Amazing.
as well as providing a sort of external audit, I suppose, for what they were doing now and um, things that could be improved without huge budgets in flows. So yeah,
So
it's really interesting. We work directly with the company managers, so we received information firsthand. Uh,
wow,
great. Yeah,
it must have given you that really immersive experience, which is great. Um, and alongside that, you did have that career coaching support, right, within the program. Can you share a specific way it helped you whilst you were doing this career accelerator?
I'm very tempted to say that perhaps the career coaching was the most valuable part of the program.
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing to
But
hear.
it just makes you feel differently about your personal experiences, how to redirect your prior qualifications into a new field of digital marketing. A lot of people in the program did not have any marketing or digital marketing experience at all. So career
Yeah.
coach comes in and well directs you. We talked about our values, what we're looking for in the employer, what we're looking to achieve in later life, what's valuable, what's maybe can be overlooked. I'm I'm still in touch with my career coach. Um,
Wow,
yeah,
that's amazing.
yeah, and
Oh,
it comes in in all forms of advice, from practical advice on how to well improve your LinkedIn page to literally sitting down, and it's kind of a psychological element. You're sitting down and thinking about what's really important to you as a person. So
absolutely, absolutely.
it's great,
Yeah.
and I think the program also puts you in touch with a lot of people, like-minded people,
Okay.
and you learn not only from your career coach, but you also learn from your fellow students, which is great. Everybody comes from different backgrounds, different country, different experience. It's yeah, fantastic.
I'm really glad to hear that, you came across a wide range of learners from different industry backgrounds. I'm sure you learned a lot from them in that experience as well, because they must hold such different experiences to marketing, digital marketing tools and platforms. It must have been a great,
Absolutely,
informative exchange, right?
absolutely. Also because they come from different industries, and of course, digital marketing, being called digital marketing, is really specific for certain industries. And there were people
Hmm.
like me who came from very business to business backgrounds, uh,
B2B.
B2B, and well, it's not about social media anymore. It's you have to
It,
come up with a different strategy, so it was
absolutely.
really, really interesting. In a way, it's more straightforward to work on B2C strategies. There's a lot more access to social media and to followers, immediate, you know, uh, engagement techniques. B2B, on the other hand, is a lot more strict in what we can do.
It's definitely shows the variety of like B2B and B2C examples, especially when you're working with the final employer project. For sure, that must have been a really open, insightful experience on how you can engage with different businesses moving forward. But yeah, no, great. What would you say was your biggest win since starting or completing the program?
I'm really glad I went through it. I'm really glad I met the people that I've met. I'm really glad had the chance to rethink my career. And most importantly, I learned the skills that I probably otherwise would struggle to learn to organize myself. And that's another point. It's another great point about this program is that you're always supported um, in terms of organizing your time. There are live seminars at the same time
Yeah,
every week. You also get a support session the following, say, Tuesday. Um, so yeah, no regrets. I loved it.
I'm really glad to hear that. We just had a Q&A coming from Mariam. Thank you for posting the question, Mariam. Is this the thing that helped you get the director role back in October 2024 when you completed this certificate? So I think she's talking about your current position that you've landed last year and you're still
Uh,
on the role.
so yes and no, because the way I landed this role was through LinkedIn, and my
Hmm.
career coach and the program insisted that I have to make LinkedIn my best friend. And I tried. And
Linked.
my
Yeah,
current employer reached out to me through LinkedIn. So
that's amazing.
I suppose we can say yes, it helps.
I think having that LSE name, because when you were studying this career accelerator, you put on your profile that you are studying with the LSE. And I think that definitely does open a lot of opportunities because when employers see that, they're seeing you're taking a proactive approach to understanding this industry much better. I think that definitely does improve your,
LS,
yeah, go ahead,
LSE
go.
is definitely a huge name, and it's a great
Yeah.
opportunity for anyone who cannot afford full-time study at LSE. Uh, but this program provides them an opportunity to get the knowledge, to get the tutors, to get the skills, the base. If you're lucky to be in London, you also get a library card, so you can come and work at
Yes.
LSE
Yeah.
on campus.
That's amazing. How did you find like networking with your friends? Because a lot of the learners, some of them are based in London, right? How was that LSE library experience? How was that for you?
Well, unfortunately, I was away when everybody was getting together. So
Yeah. Oh,
I've only managed to meet up in person with some separate students, not with when there was a graduation, for example, unfortunately. But yeah, I think it really helps. I think it really helps to just sit down together and discuss and come up with new ideas. But just for any students who considers there's a challenge to study online, it's absolutely not. It's really well organized. And I think students who invest into this program are really keen to sit down with you and to find the time. And
that's amazing.
it's very manageable online, very manageable online. My study group for the last, or the group for my project, we were all in different places in different time zones. But everybody makes an effort, and it's with modern technology, it's really, really easy.
Yeah.
So that shouldn't put anyone off. It's easy, even if you're not in London, you make this work, absolutely.
Oh, that's fantastic. That was really great to hear. That you had a great learning experience. Yes, it's an online program, but the student community was just so involved, which is really great. Um, we've had another question from Nadeem. Thank you for posting, Nadeem. How did you cope with the weekly deadlines, and did you find it difficult to keep up with the course for the 6 months?
You really have to get yourself organized. You get a lot of support, but you really have to think about those 2 hours that you're going to dedicate every day to do some studying. Or alternatively, if you don't have the 2 hours, you know that you're going to sit down on the weekend and dedicate a day to learning. Program has a lot of information. There are some practical exercises. If you want to do well, you really need to think how to manage your time.
All right.
Um,
Thank you for that.
sorry,
Yeah.
can I just add? I
No, go
luckily
for it. Go for
wasn't.
it. Go for it.
Luckily for me, I was just working part-time and largely on a career break. So it was easier for me personally. Um, but a lot of people struggled. Yes, it's hard, and yes, you have to find the time, but it's worth it.
Thank you for sharing that, Olga. And it's interesting you say that because the time that you will invest, which is roughly 16 to 20 hours, and you can log in anytime. You have the 2 hour live sessions, they'll be at set times. But if there is a day that gets really busy, you can play it back to your flexibility. The time that you invest, you will definitely see that return in the long term in your career. I mean, doing an LSE Career Accelerator in digital marketing within this current market, when employers see that on your LinkedIn, your CV, your credentials, it shows the initiative from that person to understand this industry much better, become an expert essentially. So, yeah, thank you for sharing that like that. It was a worthy investment, and that you found it
Definitely,
valuable. Yeah,
absolutely. Also, well, frankly, the fees do inspire you to spend some time on it. It's not,
absolutely.
it's not cheap, but it's worth it. even if you break the program into two parts, the digital marketing program and the career coaching, and then translate it into budgets, it's worth it.
Yeah, it's all included, like the career coaching, the course content, the live sessions, the AI masterclasses, the ongoing support within the student success team. And the career coaching is post-program support as well. Is that correct? Like
Yeah,
you
that
receive
is.
that support. Yeah.
You receive you get a certain number of hours with your coach, and then it's up to you how you distribute them. There are also group sessions on career development, so it's not only one-on-one, but it's also groups with other coaches. So you're not necessarily attached to one coach, and that's where you get all the information from. Though, it's a lot more valuable than that.
That's amazing. So that is all included in the program and post-program as well. So the investment that you put in, you will receive a lot. So anyone that posts Q&As, by the way, everyone that's attending, could you please post the Q&A at the bottom of your screen, just so it will be a bit more accessible. So Nadeem has posted another question. He wrote, how did you find the AI part of the course? And are you using it a lot in your day-to-day?
So we touched upon AI very briefly. I think the course has actually developed since I've started it. Because I mean, if you read the news, you know that not everybody, everything is just developing on a daily basis, on an hourly basis. So when I was the first cohort, and we didn't devote that much time on AI.
All right, amazing. And with the live sessions, did you find you were really able to engage, ask those questions? Like, how did you find that experience?
Uh, Live sessions are great. So if you have a chance to join, you join, and you go through certain amount of information, and then you have a chance to ask questions. You also have a chance to interact with your fellow students, because obviously one question usually leads to another. And you have a coach who, not a coach, yeah, I suppose the knowledge coach, who then leads you through the questions and answers your questions. So it's good.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that. We have another question from Saida. Thank you for posting, Saida. How well did it prepare you for the real digital marketing jobs or freelancing, this program?
It really depends whether you have previous digital marketing experience. From what I've learned, it kind of builds on my marketing experience. So that you're out in the world and you know what you're talking about. Does it make you a digital marketing expert from scratch? Probably not. You need some practical knowledge. So you need to go and apply it right away.
Yes, and it's interesting that Olga says this is because we have a wide mix of learners. Some learners coming from different business industry backgrounds, some are marketing professionals, some are recent graduates in marketing, some are business owners. So the eligibility process would be that you hold at least 1 year of experience or exposure to marketing or business, and you have engaged with some sort of, marketing tools or, social media or SEO prior to starting the program. So it's good because you have that exposure to different kind of learners in regards to that. So we'll go on to the next question. How do, wait, this is from Saida again. Do you recommend additional resources, books, platforms, tools alongside the course?
Uh, I say go practice what you learn. Go try it out if you have that opportunity. It's particularly beneficial if you have your own brand and you work on your own brand or your own company, where you can just go and practically apply it. It wasn't my case, but I know it was a case for many students. And the great thing is that in the Q&A sessions every week, you can come in and say, I've tried this, it didn't work, or I've tried this, it worked brilliantly, or I've tried this and then I optimize it, and then you come up with new suggestions every week. So yeah, go practice. In terms of additional learning, you just practice on the job.
That's amazing. That's amazing. That's really great to hear. And she also asked, I want to connect with an inspiring digital marketer like you. Would you mind to connect on LinkedIn?
Yeah, sure, admin.
That
No
would be
worries.
great. No, what's great about our learners, like Olga, like Sophia, Stefu, connect, ask questions. If you do have any other questions, that's a great thing about LinkedIn and the platform and the tools is, yeah, we do encourage not just connecting with your fellow learners in your cohort, but from fellow alumni learners in other cohorts and whatnot. So we do really encourage that strong community network as well,
That's true.
support. Um, so Nadeem asks a question, did you need to invest in books or were you provided with the material?
You're provided with all the material you need. Everything is online, and you have access to the materials for another 6 months, I believe.
Yeah,
Correct me
yeah,
if I'm
yeah.
wrong.
Yeah, you are
Uh,
correct. Yeah. Yeah.
so no,
That's
you pay for
great.
the program, and you all you need to do is find time.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need to go to the LSE library necessarily for the books. You just go there for that study space. How did you ever study in the library out of curiosity?
Uh, well, I didn't study for this program, but I'm an alumnus of LSE, so like I'm familiar with the space.
Oh, amazing, amazing.
But
I've been
it's
to the library.
nice. I
It's
think it's
so nice.
beneficial. It's lovely and it's beneficial to be in the student environment.
Absolutely.
Um, yeah, great.
It's just a great space if you guys have the time because we know everyone is very busy. So it's just when you have the time, it's just a nice space to study in. Florit asks, how did the classmates without experience in marketing did after the course? Did you know if they managed to find good jobs?
I I don't. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
I'm not
I think
following. And to be honest, there was hardly anyone in the program who didn't work. I think most people came in to upgrade to get some understanding. So nobody came, without a job at all. But
I think it depends on the learner and what their career goals are. And what's great about the career coach is that they will help you with your personalized career goals and what you would like to achieve. They help you figure out what it is that you want to do moving forward and then help you step by step, right? So everyone has different kinds of goals of what they would like to achieve next in their career movement.
absolutely. But also another thing is that nobody, not everyone comes to the program knowing exactly what they want to do next.
Exactly.
So career coaching makes you sit down and actually think about what you love and think about where you want to go and what you want to achieve and how you want to get there. So
Absolutely. It's pretty, yeah, it was pretty developed in that regard. That's great. Um, I'm just going through the questions now. Bear with me. So continue with the previous question. Oh, no, no, sorry. I misread that. Okay. One learner asked, what was the group size of your
gosh,
cohort?
I think about 30 people, but I'm not 100%.
Sorry, I think I've frozen.
Yes,
Apologies. I
you
don't know
have.
what happened. Yeah. It happens with technology. I think you guys, in your cohort was roughly like 25, wasn't it?
I think it was around 30 people. Yeah. Some people subsequently dropped off or moved on to a later cohort, which is also, I think, the flexibility that LSE provides or Fourth Ref provides, this program provides. So if you start a
Hmm.
program and then something goes wrong, well, life happens, then you also do have a flexibility to talk about and maybe not restart, but continue with the following bunch of people.
Yeah. Um, so I'm just going, thank you for answering that, Olga. I just saw a question. If everyone could post on the Q&A rather than the webinar chat, the Q&A is going to be easier to post your questions as well. But I saw one from Mariam. Do you have the same benefits as other LSE alumni? So I know Olga has already done a master's. So this isn't a question. I guess it's for me. I would say so. Once you do the Career Accelerator, you will become part of the LSE alumni online community. So, you know, you will have access to your fellow learners that, studied the program and from other cohorts as well. You'll be part of that online community as well. At the end of the program, you did attend something within LSE campus, didn't you, Olga, with your fellow learners?
So that, yeah, unfortunately, that was the event I couldn't attend. But
Oh
yes, there is an
no.
event on campus. There is an event on campus at LSE, and yeah, you actually get to meet people you've previously only seen online, which was great.
Yeah, that's
Um,
amazing.
just to follow up on that question, while maybe you don't get the access to the library, like lifetime access to the library after this particular program, you get that tag on LinkedIn profile that you were a student at LSE, and if anyone has looked for a job on LinkedIn, the first thing in LinkedIn now serves is is a list of people you can reach out to. So if you
Oh,
can look at a
amazing.
job or looking at a company, LinkedIn provides you with the fellow alumni from LSE, and this course does provide you with an opportunity to say, yes, I'm an alumni of this program. Yes, I can reach out to any other LSE alumni. So.
It's really good. That's excellent to hear, and it's great that you guys really made the use of that kind of feature within the platform, which is great. Let's see if there's any other questions. For now, I don't see any, but guys, feel free to, post more Q&As. They're really helpful and valuable to know what you guys think and if you have any other questions. But I'll ask some more questions to Olga now. Um, when it comes to time and commitment management, I know we touched on it briefly, but what advice would you give to someone considering to join this career accelerator? Um, you know,
The advice is if you think you're going to just catch up on the weekends, no, you can't. There's too much information. If you want to do it properly, do dedicate a few hours during the week to learn. Um, yeah, time management is very, very important.
oh, that's amazing. And I think, say a week becomes really busy, you can let your student success manager know if I'm correct, that to help you allocate those hours that are good for you. How did you find the student success team support?
Oh, they have been amazing, absolutely amazing. They're on it all the time. You can reach out at any point. You can text them. You can email them. It's absolutely,
They're quite
the
accessible, aren't they?
very accessible, and the support they provide is great. And I'll take this opportunity to thank Abby. Abby was great.
She was your career coach then. That's amazing.
She wasn't the career, she was the support, the academic support person.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry. I mean, yeah, the student success team. So
student success.
how,
Yeah, that.
yeah. So, with the student success team, what's great about them is that, say a week is busy and you're like, there's just so much happening. They can help you work through it, like allocate those hours that are good for you. If you're having any issues or anything at all, they will guide you. And didn't student success team help you with the third project, like help the learners with the third project and guidance to that? Or,
No,
or,
they're not really. They're there to answer any questions you have.
oh,
They're
okay.
there to sort out your problem, as we were the first cohort, and it's very understandable, but we did have some issues with like stuff not being posted on time, or information like having mistakes and the like information we were provided with, but they were always there, so they would be go-to people, and
Think
everything was
with the
sorted
first
in time.
Yeah. Yeah, no, thank you for sharing that. I think with the first cohort being a new program, there's going to be things that are going to be a bit, not fixed yet. But since we've been running this program 1 year on, we've had a lot of success so far. We have great success stories that are coming out, including yourself. So it definitely, as the program is progressing, we're always implementing new things that are reflecting the current market, what's happening now and what's to happen in the future as well. So I think that's the
How
benefit
many
to our program.
how
Yeah.
many cohorts have you had so far?
So it was your cohort. Then we had the second cohort. I think it was April or May. Then we had the one in October. So we had
Oh,
four cohorts last year. And then we had the cohort in January. So that's five. And now we're running for our sixth one, we're gearing
Oh,
up for that.
amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So imagine if you guys join now, imagine the alumni people that you'll be networking with. It's like a year's worth of like different
Absolutely.
types of learners.
Absolutely. But it also demonstrates that, since after 1 year the program is running with success, it's really worth
Absolutely. Absolutely.
investing in.
Yeah. And obviously with running a new program, there's going to be new things added. So we always implementing new changes and adding things according to student feedback. We always try to thrive and improve and just
Absolutely.
really
And
excel.
going
Yeah,
back to that AI question, when I started, maybe it wasn't as relevant. 1 year on, AI is as relevant as it can be. So LSE adapted to that.
absolutely, absolutely. The AI masterclasses, they're always ever changing it. And the industry experts that came in to speak, um, I think they had what was each session like? Was it like different? How was it for you personally with the AI? It would be like every month and a half running, right?
Well, we didn't have any, to be honest.
Oh
We
yeah,
had maybe one, yeah, but
oh yeah, I think the second cohort last year started the AI masterclasses. All right, great. Um, Another question that we will ask is, did you who would you recommend this program to and why?
I think it's most beneficial to people who either want to accelerate their careers in marketing or to people who want to switch completely. But for switchers, I think it's very important to go and get practical knowledge. Or if you suddenly land yourself a job in digital marketing, just start work, uh, because otherwise you lose it immediately. If you don't practice, it just goes. But marketing, upgrading to digital marketing or just upgrading.
Mhm. Yeah, it's interesting you say that actually, because with learners that have experience or exposure to business, some aspects of marketing. They can be eligible if they do a primer course. That's something that we introduce. So it's like a short course that you do. It's a free course. And then if you pass that course, then you'd be eligible. But they're learners that have some business experience, but not so much marketing, which is why we require them to do the primer course. So it just definitely introduces a wider range of background of learners onto the
Yeah,
program. So that's something that we do. So
it's
learn, yeah, go ahead.
super beneficial for business owners as well. Because as a business owner,
Absolutely.
you just don't have the time to do digital marketing. You just don't have the time, but you really need to understand what the digital marketing manager is telling you. You really
Absolutely.
need to understand those reports. So that's also really beneficial, whether you'd be generating those reports or just looking into them.
All right, amazing. I'm just going through the Q&As because some people have asked more questions, which is great. So thank you guys. So Nadeem asks, did you have any free time on the weekends for the 6 months, or was it a slog?
No, I did have the free time, but then I was pretty organized and I did dedicate like at least an hour every day to the program.
That's amazing.
It does get tough if you miss that 1 hour or 2 hours or 3 hours. Life happens. Does get tough, but no, I mean you still have free time, of course.
Amazing. Okay. So yeah, with the timing, if you can dedicate, 2 hours every day, a couple of hours and a few hours in the weekends, I think you're good to go and you can log in flexibly. It's pretty good. Um, One learner asked, how is the final exam graded? That's an interesting question, actually.
It's not an exam, so we worked
It's,
in my cohort. We worked on the employer project,
yeah,
and the grade you get is a sum of 4 projects that you do along the course. So there isn't an exam as such. It's just yeah, it's project based.
that's what I love about this Career Accelerator is that exams, we feel that reason we didn't do exams, we felt like learners wouldn't learn as much with the skills that they're learning, right? Um, and that's why we launched the practical hands-on projects instead. Um, And how did you find that experience of doing the individual projects and then the final employee project? Did you feel that really helped with your skills and practicing in your own time as well? Like, how did you find that experience?
It's really, really helpful. I would say obviously that the real life project with an employer is a lot, it's next level. You get to work with other people. It's suddenly it becomes real because you have a team, you have dedicated roles, you have feedback, you have to organize your time, you have to project manage. It's great. Individual projects, I would say slightly less challenging and a little sort of frustrating because they're made up. So it's a fictional scenario and you just work with what you're given
I
without
think
actually
with
knowing the outcome.
Yeah, go ahead.
No,
Oh
without
yeah,
knowing the outcome. Like while for the
yeah,
employer, you get once you present your project um, or you present your recommendations, you get feedback from the employer. With
yeah.
other things, you get feedback from your tutors,
Hmm.
but you don't actually know how it would work in real life. It's
I think with
hypothetical.
the I think with the first two projects, they're based on real life organizations, and the third project was a bit more creative, wasn't it?
Well,
Um,
no, for us, the first two projects were like case studies,
okay.
and the third project was more based around building a digital marketing team, working with people, leading the
Okay.
team.
Okay. That's cool. And then the final employee project, you'll obviously work with that big company. Okay, no, great. Um, Another question is, what would you suggest as a process for a job hunter after the course with experience and a long career break?
Um, are you the job hunter? Sorry, like, who's the job hunter? Like I,
I think what the person that posted the question is trying to ask is, what would you suggest doing? Like, once you've done the career accelerator, you came from a career break and you're applying for jobs, like, what would you suggest as like tips and advice, I
um,
guess. I think that's what they're
so
asking.
yeah, part of the course and part of the career coaching and part of the you know self brand building is also building a portfolio of projects. And in marketing now, it's really well, it makes you stand out if you have a portfolio to go with your CV. So whether you've been on a career break or you have been actively working, having finished the course, you will have a portfolio of projects. Obviously, you have to put it together nicely and presentable, but we're there for marketing.
Yeah.
But yeah, you come out with well, at least four projects that you know you've been working on. So not only it's just, you know, I've been studying this time, but also you have a project that you've been working on, which is very beneficial for an employer, and any employer would be looking for that.
Yeah. No, that's great. Thank you for answering that. And I'm glad you had a great experience, completing your portfolio and showcasing it to employers. I'm sure it would have been very helpful after a career break to say, look, I've done this, I've done these projects, studied with this LSE Career
And
Accelerator, did something. Yeah.
absolutely, and quite a few people were on either career breaks or maternity leaves and just were looking, and that was this course was their step back into employment.
All right. Amazing.
Yeah,
Thank you for that. Another learner asked a really interesting question. If you could go back, what would you do differently in your learning journey?
I would manage my time better. I think
Yeah.
there was still space for improvement. Yeah, there were times, especially before completing a coursework. Really, you need to sit down. There were two occasions where I did it last minute.
I think that's a lot of students sometimes they do. I mean,
Well,
I'm personally guilty doing it when I was studying at university and did things
right,
like
we all do that, but
yeah, yeah. Um, Another learner's just asked, just to confirm, your final project is based on a company. Could you say more here, please? So I think they ask you to clarify a bit more about what you did with EdPlace, the ed tech company.
Yes, EdTech, the company is called EdPlace. They
Oh
came to
yeah,
us with a,
EdPlace.
yeah, they came to us with a case study, pointed out their pain points, pointed out where they were struggling and what they were looking for to achieve. Um, at the same time, they were launching a new product and they were looking to promote it. And as a team, we had to come up with a strategy, digital marketing strategy for them, how to take things forward, and what to look at in terms of KPIs, um, how
Oh
to
wow.
how to manage it, what tools, what channels to use. Um, yeah, we also had, as part of it, we also did an audit of their
Audit.
website, their socials. Um, I say it was really, really interesting, and it's a really interesting space as well. Like ed tech is a new thing, like a fairly new thing that um, got its momentum during COVID, and obviously people are taking advantage of that still. So yeah, and
Yeah, no, thank you for clarifying. I think that was all the questions, but we can ask some more questions that I can ask to you. Let me just go through that. Um, what would you say, how important was the LSE certification in validating your skills? So when it came to up-leveling and upscaling in digital marketing, did you help it helped with like job applications or career conversations in a way?
yeah, I think we've covered that partially, but absolutely, I think LSE as an institution provides an amazing knowledge base, but also having that logo on your CV takes you places and opens doors and connects you with the fellow students. Um, yeah, it's great.
Thank you for answering that. That's a great answer. One learner asked, so LSE online alumni is different from LSE alumni? I think it's like intertwined, isn't it? We have
I'm
the
sorry,
LSE.
I just don't know.
Yeah,
Just don't
I
know.
think it's very much intertwined together. Like it's part of the obviously you're doing an online course with the LSE, so you're part of that community, but you are still LSE alumni. So say you do this program and you want to do another course with the LSE, I think there would be if there was an LSE alumni discount that would be applicable. So it's still part of
I,
everything that
I
merges together.
I think so. And you get LSE certified. Your diploma that you get in the end is well the same one that I got for my master's. So, you know,
I think it's all the kind of like under the same umbrella,
I
which is
think so.
great.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
great.
yeah. Because you benefited from an alumni, LSE alumni discount, right? Because
I don't remember.
yeah,
Possibly.
it's been a year, it's been a while. But yeah, no, great. How so did you feel connected to your peers during that experience? Like, how did that enhance your learning experience? Because you said at times you did meet with some learners throughout the program. How did you find that,
Uh,
learning? Do you feel like it helped?
I think it's really individual, obviously, because some people are more introvert than others. Um, to me, it was interesting. Um, Also because people come from all sorts of backgrounds, and you get students who have just completed their studies, or people like me who are like in their 40s and changing careers, or just looking to enhance their knowledge, who have experience. To me, it was really beneficial, and it's the fun part of it, or it should be the fun part of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. I mean, studying can't always be like it's not boring like people think. It can be such a nice interactive experience. Um, Especially when you're meeting with your fellow learners if you're based in London or there is that nice community space.
Of
Um,
course, and then there is always, as in any study group, students usually come up with the same kind of problem. And when you can discuss a problem with fellow students, it really helps. Um,
yeah.
Even if to understand that, oh my God, I'm not the only one struggling with this.
I feel like it's such a contributed like effort together and support. It just feels better rather than doing it alone. Like people think, oh, it's online, it's going to be really isolated. No, we don't work like that. You get a library card once you're enrolled in the program if you want to visit the library. If you're based in London, the learners, they will engage, interact. There's forums as well. And we do encourage, meet outside the online space. So yeah.
And
Um,
students really do. I mean, WhatsApp
oh,
groups or, online chats, everything. Students really do.
that's really great to hear. That's great. Another attendee posted a question. Did the course also cater around CRM data analytics? So other than the focus marketing elements such as ad, email, etc.
Not really. I think LSE and Fourth Ref have another program for that, which is a career accelerating data management
I think it's data analytics.
or
Yeah,
data
data.
analytics. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think there is another program for that. So no, this is more marketing specific.
You did cover data in the second course though, didn't you?
Eh, a
Data
little bit,
analytics.
as much as a marketer needs to know, to create reports, to know where you're going to optimize your campaign. But
Yeah, a bit more like data marketing focus, which is
yeah,
going to be useful.
obviously everything now is database, so you have to be data savvy. But if you're looking to go into data analytics specifically, then there's another course for that.
All right, amazing. Thank you for that. Um, when it comes to, recommending this program as an alumni now, this Career Accelerator, who would you recommend this program to and why?
Uh, Anyone who's curious, anyone who's interested in digital marketing, anyone who is stuck in their career, anyone who just wants to progress with their careers, anyone who needs a brand on their CV, anyone who needs some practical knowledge. You name it. It's a great program.
Yeah, no, all right. Thank you. Thank you for answering that. But anyone else that has any more questions, feel free to post. Um, but yeah, no, I do feel that, from this experience that you've done, this career accelerator, you've achieved a lot, which is great. You're still in access with your career coach. You still connect with them. Is that correct?
Yes, yes, absolutely. Just because I'm still reconsidering my options, and I'm, I'm the sort of person who always learns and who always wants to develop and who likes to have doors open. So,
That's amazing.
yeah.
And your career coach supported you with that, like throughout your development and like post program as well. This is not just a program thing where, oh yeah, the program finishes, goodbye. You have that continued support, that relationship, right?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And I personally find it really helpful. Um, I've never, in my 15 years of career, I've never sat down and thought, oh my God, this is what I want to do with my life. It was always kind of, whatever comes up. But now I tackle it more strategically. Um, and I think by doing that, you get more out of it. So yeah. So
All right.
in my personal experience, it made me reconsider how I approach my career and my work and
Really?
my
Oh,
learning. Yeah.
that's amazing. That's really great to hear. I think sometimes having that guidance gives you a different perspective of how you approach the job market, how you approach like new skills and tools and whatnot. So I think that's a special part of our program is that continued like relationship support that you have with your career coach. Who is your career coach out of like curiosity?
Elizabeth, Elizabeth,
Elizabeth. Oh, I met her. I've heard good things about her. That's great. That's great.
she's great. She's fun. She's
Oh, I
supportive.
love that.
Yeah. She knows what she's
Yeah.
doing, which is great.
Yeah, these career coaches, they have many years experience under their belt, don't they? They
Yeah.
have a really good insight of what's happening now in the market, what's to come as well. They give you that good insight into that, right?
And a lot of them have come from corporate background as well. So they also apart from trying to help you, they also know what an employer is about. If
Mhm.
your choice is to go into corporate, but they're also career changers, so they know what it feels like when you're starting your own business or going solo. Yeah,
Right.
very good.
I think, yeah, sorry, go ahead. Go ahead,
No, no, no,
Olga.
I'm done. I would gladly, like I said in the beginning, the career coaching is a big part of this program, and it's really helpful. And I found it as beneficial, if not more beneficial, than the program itself.
I think the career coaching is just something that we really do enhance on with that ongoing support. And then, your career coach helps you utilize the skills that you gain from the program, that portfolio. They will help you really showcase that when it comes to applying for different opportunities. So, yes, you landed a role now, but there's always something that, new out there that if you want to do a change, they can support you with that, which is
Yes,
amazing.
absolutely. And
Yeah,
also they're used to working with people who switch to digital marketing. So it's they have the niche knowledge as well. They can direct you.
that's amazing. That's amazing. And I think it's not just specifically landing roles in digital marketing. Say you have like a career goal where you need those skills, but you want to go into a different kind of sector. Your career coach will support you with that. It won't be, oh, you don't want digital marketing. No, I can't help you. They will help you with your personalized goals, essentially.
Absolutely.
They can adapt,
Absolutely.
which is great. So
100%.
yeah. All right, great. I think we'll call it a wrap today. But thank you so much for your time, Olga. I really appreciate, your
The
experiences
pleasure.
and yeah, like answering all the questions that you've been very, very amazing. And thank you to all the audience that's attended today and asked the questions. It's really appreciated. However, I think we had like 21 questions and we got through all of them, which is amazing. I've never had this with a webinar before, so that's great. So thank you so much for interacting, engaging, posting questions that you wanted to know. If you are interested in like progressing forward, we do have another intake coming up. 14th of April is our next cohort. But the first 2 weeks will be introduction orientation. So course one will begin on the 28th of April. So if you're ready to accelerate your career and get started with us and study with the LSE this year, book a time with myself. So there is a link to the chat on the webinar chat where you can book that time. And we can have a discussion about your personalized career goals. So look at Olga here. She was able to land a role and maybe she's thinking of doing another switch up. And that is, yeah, that shows the innovative like aspect of this job market and your career coaching support and the opportunities that we can provide to you as an LSE program. So book that time with myself, and I would love to have a better chat with you guys and see where we can go from there. And that April intake is something that we are opening up. So places are filling up, which is so yeah, book that time can. So yeah, thank you so much, Olga, again. A round of applause to Olga.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
It was a pleasure. And could I
Connect with
just
Olga.
think,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, go ahead.
absolutely. Yeah, if you want to connect, if you want to send me a message on LinkedIn, go for it. Absolutely. I would be happy to answer your questions. Thank you for inviting me. And I would like to, if not encourage everyone to apply, to at least consider this program because it does offer like a bag of valuable knowledge, career coaching, and a really, really nice group of fellow students who share their expertise. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you for that, Olga. It's much appreciated. Yeah, do connect with on LinkedIn. I think on the webinar chat, there's a link to her LinkedIn profile, and it's a great profile. Just connect with her. If you have any other questions, you can ask her. If Olga, wants to, of course. So thank
Of
you for
course,
that.
no
And
problem.
yeah, and of course, book that time with me, which is on the webinar chat. And yeah, thank you for everyone. I think that's all for today, folks. Thank
Thank you
you.
very much.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.